Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about Finn the Human from Adventure Time and going over as a little update of his power scaling. Now I know I did say I'm not doing any more power scaling videos, but this is an exception. I have to at least update the video at least to have a better understanding of the cosmology of Adventure Time. So in this video I will be breaking down just how powerful this kid really is, because he's a lot more powerful than the other video that I have presented him to be even more powerful than that. So yeah, you better fasten your seatbelts for this one, because this is probably going to be a long video if I don't really talk too much. So yes, without further ado, let's start and begin. Now please make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. This is going to be your first reminder. Your second reminder will be in the middle of the video. So yeah, anyway, let's just hop right into this. So we all know Finn is pretty much the protagonist of Adventure Time, a loyal, good-hearted person who has been said to be the embodiment of hope and good. All of that is good, pretty much. So, just how powerful is Finn really? Well, we're about to let's just go over it, okay? So, the thing is that we know that Ice King has the power of the Ice Crown, which can freeze the entire planet for 400 years. Now this can be scaled to be moon level or just straight up planetary off the bat. And Finn the Human can actually hurt the Ice King, who possess the powers of the Ice Crown, because the Ice Crown, you can scale the Ice Crown by itself, but those who has the power of the Ice Crown can use the power as full as potential. So yes. Now he could hurt the Lich, who should be relative to Orgalog, since they both are monsters that exist before time and nothingness. Now, Marceline's dad, Arbiter, claims that Orgalog to be his match, quote unquote match. And Orgalog is relative to Arbiter, and Arbiter is also claimed to be the Lich's rival, and the Lich, who is stronger than the Sidial Guardians, which are stronger than unknown large planetary aliens. Orgalog was claimed to be able to destroy worlds or break them. So this will actually scale him to large planetary already. And moving on to his higher feats, we know that he was able to create a bubble blower, which is able to create a fourth-dimensional bubble, which is able to hold and interact with its fourth-dimensional objects, taking the explosion of a fourth-dimensional objects colliding, making this already universal plus. And not only that, but he was far superior to the Candy people, and relative to Jake the dog, who both can interact with a 5-dimensional rope. Yes, interact with a 5-dimensional rope. And for those who doesn't know, this was actually from the comics, which, yes, the comics are confirmed to be canon by the writer himself. They are definitely canon. And I'm going to put it up for you so y'all can see for yourself. It's canon. So definitely, yes, canonically, Jake the dog was able to pull a 5-dimensional rope. Holy shit. That will get him to high multiversal plus right there. And Finn is able to he's relative to do this, because he's easily able to hold a 4th-dimensional sword and destroy a 4th-dimensional object with a 4th-dimensional sword. So, moving on to that. Now, let's get into the big ones. Because, yeah, the comics changed the whole game. Now, with the Blade of the Defender, Finn was able to fight the likes of this being called Zodiac, like Arc Arthur Tholak. I think that's how you say its name. Arthur Tholak. Let's go through that. Arthur Tholak and his peers are primordials, or how you say it. Now, these primordials are older than life, death, time, and I'm not even gonna pronounce this name. This name sounds like you can't pronounce it, but it's Zagolia, Zakta, Ingazakta, yeah. Presenting himself as older than his all of this, quote unquote, while also presenting himself as simply energy and pure potential. Now, Arthloithiac and the others was stated to be older than U itself, and U being as old as existence, confirmed by Huntston in his book of the Encyclopedia, since Huntston, well, he emerged from nothingness, and that is older than anything, pretty much, in the letter U. Now, to further support Lund and being connected to nothingness, not connected to nothing, is being connected to existence itself, making Artholiac and his peers spaceless and timeless in the form of, in the venture time. Now, space and time being made out of comprehension, made out of comprehension, meaning since comprehension being Adventure Time's form of existence itself, and in Adventure Time, everything in reality is mental in nature, maintained by perception. Even the forces of nature are, which includes time and space. But as everything as in mental time and space exists conceptually only as aspects or current of the cosmic imagination. Now, this is all heavily supported by the Enchiridion, stating that that magic, which shapes everything, and the multiverse itself are both concepts that makes up reality. Yes. Now, since Finn is relative to the Lich, Arbiter claims that to be the Lich's rival, making him relative, and therefore Finn is relative to Arbiter. Now, Finn is also relative to Argolog due to their fight, and due to Argolog, Arbiter claiming Argolog to be his match, which will make all four of them relative in physical form, and Argolog and the Lich in the primal monsters, or primordial monsters, and so is Arbiter. Now, primordial monsters are far above beings like Gob, since they predate nothingness and therefore don't abide by the concept of it. This is consistent with Huntston being able to one-shot Gob, and Gob, who freely manipulates the Antiverse and nothingness, seeing as Gob can freely create portals within it, reside in it, and can move and even destroy realms, as Gob did with the Pudhoi realm. He destroyed it completely. The Antiverse is a realm beyond the multiverse, beyond conceptual space and time, and in Adventure Time, everything in reality is mental, and nature maintained by perception, right? And see, even the forces of nature, which includes space and time, they all of it, everything is mental. Time and space exists conceptually as aspects of currents of the cosmic imagination. So, pretty much, the Antiverse and the nothingness encompasses even spaceless and timeless beings such as the Artholiac, since Artholiac and his spirits are, prime minerals and everything like that. Since Artholiac is stated to be a form, or stated to be from beyond comprehension. Comprehension is stated to be stated before being Adventure Time's form of space, time, and existence itself on a conceptual level. Since Artholiac will be returned to nothingness beyond existence. The Incarnate Origin states that everything will return to the nothingness. Now, the Antiverse was also created everything, including beings such as the Incarnate, a god-tier cosmic imagination manipulator and destroyer of the originated form, as well as the Dreamers and the cosmic imagination itself. Kokontepili or Kokontepi Tepai, I think it's Coco. I'm gonna call it Coco. Fuck it. Coco, who is a primal monster as well as the source of magic itself. Know that Coco is literally Peppermint Butler. Yes, Peppermint Butler created the source of magic itself, which is what gives the cosmic imagination shape. Gold is also superior to Evergreen Crown, and in its wishing state has been stated to be able to cause irreversible damage to the very structure of existence itself. Yes. So all of this information, while keep in mind, were the cosmic imagination scales to alone. It scales to alone. Now, since timeless and time, space and spaceless, life and death, these dualities are returned to the nothingness and with no distinction, meaning it would have to have a type 2 transduality and primordials. And yeah, primordials monsters will be higher in this tier that I'm going to say in a minute, because they are beyond existence, non-existence being a trans-dual structure, and existence holding dual systems, which will be a type 3 transduality. And all of these, while all this Finn being relative and above primordial monsters, gets them to this level as well as the causalistic cosmic, right? He is unbound by love, and love which encompasses primordial monsters, as Finn used it against the Lich's hacks and stuff like that, and even Arbiter being affected by it due to his love for Marceline and his wife. Love accommodates beings with 3D existence to a higher existence, since Kabbalistic comics are unbound by love and they should scale above these beings entirely. Love also comes from the blue Kabbalistic cosmic to begin with, since the blue Kabbalistic comic is the embodiment all of that is good. Now, with all of that out of the way, where does this scale Finn the Human? Finn the Human is at least, at the bare minimum, high outer versal. Yes, you heard that right. High outer versal. He gets from all the way from high multiversal plus outer versal to high outer versal, making him nearly as boundless as you could think he could be. Nearly boundless. Now, I know y'all gonna be saying, yeah, Omega, this is a bunch of bullshit you just told me, and I don't believe any word you say. Well, if you don't believe what I say, make sure to like and subscribe, right? comment down below if you want a breakdown of the full cosmology of Adventure Time, and I will discuss it with you. Okay, I would discuss it with you. I would sit down and just break down everything about the cosmology of Adventure Time. Alright? I'll make a video on it. I promise I will. Just let me know. But right now, this is all about Finn the human right now. So, now that Finn is high out of Versal, just how fast is he? Well, since he's out of Versal, he should be irrelevant to speeds. But what about before that? Well, hey, I mean, there was the fact that he could, be relative to Ice King, who could easily fly to outer space in mere seconds, which should be like massively hypersonic right there. He could move pretty fast, right? He can move pretty fast, especially that time when he was like rotating in a full circle while getting sent flying to Mars at faster light speeds. So since he was getting sent to Mars, right, you can say that's like he's getting around like faster than light plus. All right, faster than light plus with reaction speeds as well. Now he can perceive all of Argolaw's movements. Argolaw able to be casually travel and even in a weakened form send a beam between solar systems and was able to be far superior in his original form, or he should be far superior than his original form without gravity to nerf him to his abilities in his weakened form, and is relative in combat with the Lich, who should be relative to Argolong, since they both are monsters that exist before time and nothingness, right? Since they exist before time and nothingness, it should be easily like mastery faster than light plus, easily. Now, since he can move and interact with Prismo in the quasi-corporal dwelling place of Prismo, which exists outside of time, he should be able to be inaccessible. You all got inaccessible speech right there. Now, he can move in the fourth dimensional bubble, which was pretty much said to be beyond comprehension, beyond space, and beyond time. So that should definitely give him immeasurable speeds. And yes, I know he was sucked in, but he was actually able to destroy the fourth dimensional bubble with a fourth dimensional sword. So he able to, and survive it. So if you don't want to use that, then fine. Let's just use the fact that he was relative to Lich and Argolon, who are both monsters who could move before nothingness in time. So that's another immeasurable feat. Or you could use the fact that he can move and dodge globe in the Antiverse, or the nothingness itself, which exists nothing and is beyond both space and time. So yeah, another immeasurable feat. Now, if you still don't believe that he's still immeasurable, well, he could fight and react to Arthur Tholak. Fuck, I keep saying these names wrong. Arthur Tholak, right? He can fight and react to Arthur Tholak. Literally fight this guy, who is spaceless and timeless and can move within the Antiverse, a realm beyond comprehension. This and that. He's just beyond comprehension. Move in the Antiverse are also stated to be beyond space and time. That's another immeasurable feat. That right there just nails in the coffin that he's immeasurable. Now, he's definitely irrelevant. We don't even know. If you're already out of Versal, okay, you're definitely irrelevant in speed. Like, come on. At the bare minimum. Since the Antiverse is a realm beyond the multiverse, beyond conceptual space and time, as in everything, and in Adventure Time is in reality is a mental in nature, attained by perception. Blah blah blah. Come on now. He moved into the Antiverse, so that's definitely an irrelevant speed. Like he literally did it. Like he literally did it. Like in the episode, he dodged Gulp, and he was moving and the nothingness. Dodged it, go and move in nothingness. Impressive. That's already irrelevant speech right there. That's irrelevant speech. Anyway, now, pretty much, that's gonna be it for Finn the Human. Okay, this is gonna be it for Finn the Human. Just let me know what you guys think. Okay. About this, yeah, it sounds like bull crap, but believe me, like, I'm not bullshitting you. Finn is definitely this strong, one of the most powerful characters in fiction, most definitely. And let's just go over the abilities of what he can do, right? All the abilities he can do. Now, he should have a lot of resistances throughout the series, like mind manipulation, mind control, perception manipulation, because he has resisted Alicia's mind manipulation and resisted Golag's mind manipulation. He also resisted the Fight King's mind manipulation. Easy. He gained immunity to lightning. Well, I think it was like towards the final season he gained immunity to lightning, because yeah. He learned to use ice magic when he was in Ice King's castle, or whatever you want to call it. Mountain. He can create weapons with ice magic. He can fly, telekinesis, energy projection, and manipulation. You can manipulate energy as well. Creation, darkness manipulation, transmutation. Astral projection, because he can still do that because he cosmic imagination. Who knew you had to go through that? He has mastered many powers of the Wizard Academy and learned the same powers as Jake, and therefore the abilities Jake shown also counts for Finn. He can literally warp reality. He has probability manipulation. They have, like, let's just go over what Finn and Jake does, because Finn and Jake have imagination abilities, or you can say subjective reality manipulation, however you want to call it. Now, Jake was able to turn the floor into lava with his imagination. He actually affects Finn throughout he can't see it, and all he see are the flames caused by the lava. When it was stated that I was just playing around with my imagination and everything got intense, it's like whatever you imagine becomes real, because it's definitely the cosmic imagination. Lava starts melting things in a room. But I think I can imagine an imagination turning off machine that's upstairs, surrounded by a crowd load of traps, ghosts, monsters, poison fountains, and girls, cute girls, and hamsters. This is stuff Jake was saying, right? So basically, he has creation out of nothing with his imagination. It can affect the mind of his powers. So he creates like a big bold baby elephant chainsaw and doo-doo flying towards us. He's saying all this stuff, right? Creates a visible monster, invisible to even himself. I don't know. This is weird. And Finn goes into his imagination land, which is simply a pocket dimension, which is actually disappears from reality to the get-go. He disappears from reality to go to, basically. And he creates a imagination switch to turn off Jake's imagination. Now, a bowl of spaghetti, penguins, Bellamy bug, and a fairy, which puts Jake's imagination into hyperdrive. Jake remarks, I can imagine everything. And Finn turns it all to normal. And then everything's go back to normal. So, yeah, basically, yes. Jake has imagination powers. And so does Finn. So you can definitely say that, in a way, he can manipulate probability in that way. So, not only that, but Finn is an abstract existence. I bet you're like, what? How? Okay, so he calls himself an idea while presenting that killing ideas never works as him being the literal idea of hope. He is the embodiment of good, confirmed by the purple catalytic comet, and is the force to fight chaos. Even Huston Arbiter sees Finn as a concept. Yes, a concept. While presenting Finn as unkillable, indestructible, and detestable as a cosmic, or as not cosmic, as a concept, as a immortal human. Yes, immortal. He cannot be killed. Further supported that the catalytic comics can give you a new mode of existence, which is merging your essence with the crazy huge infinity of all that is, pretty much. Which would mean the multiverse itself is a concept. When the Purple Catalyst comic gives Martin Mears a new mode of existence, they are even said prepare to discorporate. Yep. So, yeah. Abstract existence. Freaking abstract existence. That's what Finn is. You can't kill him. He's immortal. You can't kill him unless you can destroy an abstract being. Yeah. Dude's a living concept. A living concept. Interesting. And not only that, on top of that, he has immortality such as type 4, 5, 7, and 8. And maybe likely type 9. Now, type 4, due to Finn being able to choose to resurrect himself from the dead, and has done it many times in the show. Type 5, because due to him being an idea, basically. Type 7, due to him being already dead in the underworld. Type 8, due to the same reasons for type 5, basically. And likely type 9, due to the same reason as for the Lich, and to some degree. Now, not only that, but since he exists as a ghost outside the dead worlds and can transform into his past forms in the death worlds, he has transformation, incorporeality, biological manipulation, superhuman physical characteristics. Now, he can actually interact with damaged guy or a ghost, so he does non-physical interaction. He can see his past lives, and he even survived the nothingness, annihilating the pillow realm. So he has resistance to existence erasure. Holy crap! This, like, come on, Finn the Human should get some recognition here. And don't let me get me started, because if you get me started, Finn with the Incarnadian should be damn near unstoppable. Now, that could go on or what else this book can do, but just know that Finn, with all of his equipment, is completely unstoppable. There's nothing you can really do. By himself, he's just high 1A. So, like, yeah, that's pretty much how strong Finn is, and Jake should have also scaled this. If y'all want me to make a Jake video on it, of course I would. I would make a Jake video on it. But let me know. Again, make sure to like and subscribe already if you want more videos like these. And yes, look, just let me know if y'all want a better understanding of the cosmology of Adventure Time. I will make a video on it if you want me to. But yes, I should be done with this video. And I told myself I'm never power scale again, but here I am, power scaling Finn the Human as an update. So yeah, anyway, people, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's your third reminder, final reminder. Yes, I will see you guys in the next video. All right, have a nice day. Peace.